3D glue gel, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Facebook.
Yeah.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello.
We are live for our second show of the day. It's all gone a little bit wrong today with the gremlins in the system again.
There's little sneaky things getting in there.
Do you want to let me do that?
But we are we're going to go live over the course of this show, and indeed we'll do a shorter second chat Sunday a little bit later on.
Yeah.
Just before we tell you about this show, we'll see loads of deals on the website. We've currently got our buy an item, get a second item for a penny on selected deals on the website, and also we've also got double points because it's Mother's Day in the US today, so happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. And maybe if you've got some money for Mother's Day, you want to spend it on those deals, which you'll find on the website. Now, this show is going to be the craft along. Obviously, without all of the cameras and the different angles and stuff that we would normally have, it's going to be quite difficult to do. However, we will not be defeated because we're going to do it sort of slightly differently, aren't we?
Yeah, so it will still be a craft along, but more of a masterclass, and we're going to go through them quicker.
Right.
So instead of doing each stage step by step, we are going to have everything that's already done, apart from the flowers that we're going to be creating. So you can still follow at a later time. What it means is you just pause it and stop. You'll get the measurements, then you'll do it yourself, rather than seeing me do it and crafting along with me. But I will give you full measurements, and we will do the project as we go along. It'll just be a lot quicker time.
And we said, are you going to put your instructions up on your social page
Yes, so
afterwards?
I've got them all printed out. So I've got them all here. I'm going to take pictures of these, put them up on my page. I'll tag Ben in it as well.
Yeah,
So he's got it on his
I'll share
page
it.
and Crafter's Companion. So you can follow along in your instructions as well. So you can just print them out yourself, which is good.
We've got Superstar Susie on the socials.
Hi, Susie.
Radical Rachel's there as well. I don't know if we've got the double team. But you know, even though we are doing this off the phones, you can of course still comment, say hello, ask any questions. We've got Nicola, our vision mixer, who's filming for Facebook.
Hello.
And also the legend, the man, the myth, producer Johnny on YouTube.
Hi.
YouTube. Should we have a look at the finished project first, and then we can sort of go through the deal as well?
So this is, I wanted something a little bit different because you know how I love making boxes, and I thought this was just a little bit different, where it's got that sort of almost like a hidden box. But how beautiful is that? I've used the papers from the vintage butterfly, but everything else is Sharon Callis with her embossing folders, her dies, her flowers. So we're going to be, I'm giving you all the measurements for this and how to make this really pretty gift. And although it's we're doing a bit more florals because it's Mother's Day, this can be birthdays and weddings and anniversaries and anything you want it to be. So yeah, really gorgeous design. I love this one.
Should we have a look at the full collection?
Oh yes.
And then we'll go through what you'll need for the craft along, and then we'll do a few little demonstrations. This is the first time I've seen this lovely collection from Sharon Callis. I think it launched whilst I was away on one of my many holidays.
Yes.
Which one?
Just studio audience. But as always, I mean, she absolutely nails it with her collection, Sharon, doesn't she? As far as like craftability, but also like the gorgeousness of all of these as well. So you're going to get these two frames to start, aren't you?
Yeah, these are beautiful. These are like a cutting frame and then an emboss feature, which embosses. So great for that, just sort of showing how you can put a little bit of colour into your die as well.
Yeah, so you've got your gorgeous Rose Bliss, then you've got your beautiful Pretty Posies as well. I'll tell you as we go through these too, because we've got a few sort of different deals for you, but this is like the full main collection with 30% off. It's $99.99 today, or $123.65 if you're shopping in the US. And then we've got a whole selection of the flowers as well. And Sharon makes it so easy, doesn't she, to create gorgeous florals with this system that she has with these quilling dies.
Oh, so much so. Quilling dies are so simple and a really nice way to do. And don't be put off by the word quilling. It is just a term used for curling any sort of piece of card, but doing it in flower form is amazing.
And she's like got so many different flowers in here. So she's showing you the rose, you've got your gorgeous lily here as well. And once again, the great thing about this collection is that you've obviously got all of the different dyes. So this one here is that champagne rose, but we are going to be giving you a selection of papers to go with these two. So you can create, you know, the flowers in the sort of colours I guess they should be. But again, as we look at the orchid here, there's nothing then to stop you using your own papers at home, you know, creating lots of different flowers, lots of different designs too.
Do you know what I love making flowers out of, Ben, is vellum.
Oh yeah,
Vellum
great shout.
makes really good flowers.
That one there is your gorgeous mountain rose, and then you're going to get a selection of all of these papers as well. So, and you touched on this earlier on, actually, such a great point that these have obviously been specifically put together to work with the different flowers that you've got in the collection, but you get so many different colours, so many different papers. You'll be using these elsewhere as well, won't you?
Oh, absolutely. On any of your die cuts, for your embossing, for die cutting, anything that you've got in your stash. They're beautiful papers, these ones.
Love the fact that they're sort of ombre as well, aren't they? Like the gradations of colour.
Very clever, yeah. And if you're clever with the use of them, a lot of them you can get 2 die cuts out of.
So again, these all match up, and when you get these home, you'll know which ones you're supposed to be using with which of the different dyes that you've got. As you said, mix and match these up, have fun with these. So you're going to get all of those different paper pads, and then you're, oh, pardon me, and then it was the board. That always happens when it's
No,
me and
yes, because you always say that, Ben.
No, it was the board. It was the board. You're also going to get. You're also going to get these gorgeous embossing folders as well. One of which I've noticed you've used in your finished project, which is the gorgeous ornate tiles. But these are stunning. So you've got your divine blooms there. So again, that's your gorgeous roses and your pansies and your foliage going on through there, and then those ornate tiles as well, which you've used.
I love this one.
Around the outside of the box there, as you can see. So again, you've used lots of different elements from within the collection to create the finished craft along. Now, just to let you know very quickly, so that's the full collection. There's also a smaller collection which you can have.
I was going to take them out your way, Ben.
No, hang on.
Oh, okay.
I want to show. So there's a smaller collection, which will be.
Smell nice.
Thank you. You smell great too.
Oh, thank you.
There's also a smaller collection, which will give you your frames and your embossing folders. All right, so that's available on the web for you if you want to go that way. And then we've also got a collection, which is just your papers and all of the quilling dies. So there's 3 different collections. Depending on what your budget is, depending on how you want to do it, you can sort of break those up. Should we have a look at a few little cards as well?
Oh, absolutely. Ben was looking at these samples just before we come on air, and you were genuinely took back by them. They are beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, so gorgeous. As I say, I think these collections from Sharon just I don't know, make it so achievable and make it so like craftable for everything. She kind of thought of everything that you need to create the most beautiful projects. And like you said, we're obviously focusing today on the fact that it is Mother's Day in the US, but when you've got a collection like this, it's year round, it's occasions, it's all sorts of different people as well, isn't it? It's just a collection I think you probably have close to hand, all year round. I love this one as well. That's very clever, isn't it? Is that using one of the embossing folders as well?
Yeah, and just I think they're probably 2 inch by 2 inch cards, or maybe 3 inches, and just all put in a different configuration around to create a really unusual type of card.
All fingers and thumbs today, knocking everything over. This one I loved. I think you said this was Nicole who designed this one. I love the way she's used the embossing folder and then like torn it. And it looks like the flowers coming through the card.
Isn't it? It looks very pretty.
And the thing is, you can go so much to town with all of these. Where's this other card? I find it here.
Yeah, you love that one.
How does that? Is it like that?
I think it must be. I think it must be an equal card. It just seems a shame to hide some of the
a few of the
flowers,
flowers,
doesn't it? But it is gorgeous.
I mean, that is completely going to town, isn't it? I love the papers that she's used there
The
as well.
engineering that's gone in some of these dies, when you think about a lily and especially this one, your orchid, to be able to quill something into that shape. Honestly, the technology in these are very clever. Sharon is very clever, isn't she?
She really is. And I still remember the first show that I ever did with Sharon, just marvelled at like the technology that she put into the quilling dies. Because again, she described like the whole. I mean, a lot of people love to quill. Some people find it quite fiddly, quite difficult, and she's engineered into her dies to make it like so easy for everyone, hasn't she? So
easy, yes, yeah, absolutely.
So that's completely over the top. Love it. Loads of flowers there. But then again, using the frames that she's got within the collection, you can completely like strip it back.
Yeah, very clever.
Perfect for a bit of paper piecing as well, aren't they, some of those frames?
Yeah. I love that she's put frames in here because it means you've got everything just to make that main card, whether you just want your frame plain like this or just to add your flowers on the inside.
And again, depending on what you're using there, we've used some of our It's just the saying dies, I think.
Saying dies, that's
saying
it,
dies. So it looks completely different to this card here. And again, which looks completely different, this card here using one of the embossing folders. So there's so many options available to you. As I say, depending on which collection you go for, you can either go for the full bundle, you can go for the bundle with the embossing folders and the frames, or the set which just gives you the papers and those quilling dies as well. Should we read out what everyone needs for the...
Oh yes, let's have a shopping list, shall we?
So we'll put this on our socials as well, right?
We will, yes, absolutely. We'll do that after the show, yes.
Or do a few of those first. Do I do a few of those with
Oh
me?
yeah. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. I put my glasses on. Where's your glasses?
I know, I've got them. They're in my bag.
So I'll start, and then you can... Okay. Hi Debbie and Ben, says Pammy on YouTube.
Hello there, and happy Mother's Day from Mary Areno on YouTube.
Christine Mahoney says, hey again. Oh, Debbie, I love that project. That's that one.
Oh, I thought that was my one. That's your one. I was reading that one, thinking that was the other one.
No, you're that one.
Sorry, Terry Tom Anderson is saying hello from Ohio.
Hey.
I've always wanted to do that.
You just did it. Christine Mahoney says, Ben, have you had too many beans for lunch? No. I just remembered. But I haven't. I didn't have beans for lunch.
Lillian Knock is saying, yeah, you always say that, Ben.
I didn't.
You said it earlier on the thing.
I did not. We'll get off this subject in a second. There is one person here who shall remain nameless, who, if you do ever hear that noise when they are on a particular show, it is what you think it is, and I'm saying no more than that.
You can't speak badly of my TV hubby, Ben.
We're just saying it how it is. We're all friends here, though, right? Right.
So Laura Miller is saying, will I be demonstrating anything today? Yes, absolutely. We're just going to do it in a little bit of a different style because obviously it's quite difficult to film for 2 hours on phones. So you do get what we're doing. We're just going to do it in a bit of a quicker style rather than make it completely from scratch. I've got things that are already pre-done and I will give you the measurements, but I've got a full list of everything and we're going to put that onto our Facebook pages.
Hey to Alison, who's on Facebook in New York, saying happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you all. And any more messages you've got like that, do send them through and we'll read them out through this show. It's not going to be a full 2 hours, as we said. It'll be a bit more condensed, but you know, the great thing is we'll put all the stuff up on the socials for you. We might come back and do a full craft along on this at a later date, but this, am I reading this out?
Yes, you read that out.
Okay, this is what
you've got your glasses on.
Yeah. That look intelligent. I have my glasses on.
No.
Oh.
Of course you do.
So this is what you'll need. So is that all of it?
Yeah.
So you need some.
Yeah, you've got additional elements.
Yeah, you haven't sent me the first one.
Oh.
I'll do the additional elements first.
Yes.
What have you on your
I
phone?
can do it as we go along. I've got my phone here.
Go on, you send them to me.
Right, I'll find the rest.
So this is what you'll need additionally to the items which we'll tell you about in a second. So you'll need some A3 fresh white double-sided Centura pearl. You'll need some multi-purpose cardstock, the newly named multi-purpose cardstock. You'll need some of your Centura pearl in the A4 deep purple. You'll need your vintage butterfly 12x12 paper pad. You'll also need your opaque pigment ink pads in the following colours: straw bale, pale fig, and baby blue. What are you laughing at?
Oh, she's got that.
What?
I've got
Hands free.
Yeah. Nicola's got like a gimbal with a tripod
With
foot.
legs.
It's all very technical. You'll need your tri-blends in the burnt orange, red, brown, magenta, and citrus green blends. And then you'll need your Gemini, scoreboard, and guillotine. You'll need your blending tools and sponges, all-purpose tacky and 3D glue gel. You'll need your 3mm red liner tape, pokey tool, quilling tool and tweezers, and you'll need some small silver gems and purple 3/4 inch ribbon. Have you sent that?
Yeah. Sent it
Where'd you send it?
to you.
What on?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. And from the Sharon Callis collection, you'll need your lily dye and papers, your orchid and papers, your champagne rose and papers. I love that name of flower, champagne rose.
Champagne. It's like Champagne Charlie.
What?
Champagne Charlie.
Champagne Charlie.
Have you heard of Champagne Charlie?
Champagne Charlie.
Yeah, someone drinks a lot of champagne, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. I'm not posh enough to drink
No, me
champagne.
neither, but I have heard of it before.
Champagne Charlie. Champagne rose. Your mountain peony and papers. You'll need your pretty posies frame, your ornate tiles embossing folder, and then you'll need a sentiment die of your choice. As I said, if I've gone through that too quickly, no bother. We will put the list up on our socials over the course of the day. But yeah, we're going to get cracking. Michelle McCarthy. Hello, Michelle McCarthy.
Hey, Michelle.
Who brought the gremlins in today? Word on the street is it was you.
I think I've got a little bit of a I think because George was leaving, I think she gave us the
Georgina.
gremlins.
You think? Well, she plugs out.
Yeah, she was like, I'm leaving, I'm so sad, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
If I can't be here anymore,
Yeah.
neither can you guys. Professor Ben says Gilmore, such a serious look for a super funny guy. Thank you.
Oh, so you were seriously glasses reading it out, see?
And Victoria Canalba says, I just switched you guys on, and my daughter Violet, who's 5, saw Ben and started singing Foam on a roll,
Foam on a roll,
foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll.
Hey! More serious now, please.
Sorry. And Sarah says, hi again, Ben and Debbie, all the gang behind the scenes, you're doing a great job. Thanks for making us laugh. We're here, we're going to do a bit of a show, as I say. We've got Johnny and Nicola here with us filming. We've got Tracy working hard as well behind the scenes. Are we going to do a bit of crafting?
We are, let's get on with it, shall we?
Yeah.
Right, straight away, let's go into exactly what we need. Now, like I say, we would normally cut these out, give you all the measurements, do it as we craft along.
Yeah.
So it's the difference that we're doing here. I've got it pre-done, but I'm going to give you the measurements of them. So, to make the actual box itself, for the actual wraparound lid, you're going to need 2 pieces of card. I have cut this card 9 inches by 6 inches and scored at 3 inches, okay? So, and then the same on the other one, so 9 inches by 6 inches and then scored at 3 inches. So 2 pieces of those. When you've got those pieces of card, we're going to score those lines over. Now, I've used Centura Pearl A3 in size, and that gives you some really nice weights to put round as your wrap. Now, these 2 pieces are going to be glued together, so you can see straight away how easy is that then. That creates the wrap for your box, okay?
Gotcha.
So we're just going to use our tape and tape those 2 pieces together. So we're going to pop that on and that into that space. So nice and simple.
It's nice to see you up close and personal crafting. This is like back in the old days.
Yeah,
I really like
I
it.
think it's nice when you can be together with the presenter and the demonstrator. It is lovely. Right, to make the box itself, I've used, again, it's fresh white A3. We've gone 10 inches square, so 10 inches by 10 inches, and we've scored at 3 inches. Okay. Then I've just scored all those fold lines, and then go in with your scissors. So let me just grab my scissors, which are over here. And you're just going to trim up to those sections, and then on these bits, these bits on the side, I've just put a little triangle in, because that will then act as your piece that comes round to create that box. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So then I'm going to turn it the other way, because we just need to then put on our tape pen all the way round.
This is what I need to try and start doing, I think, soon, when I get a bit more time to craft, because I feel quite confident now with sort of certain types of crafting. Like I made a little leaving card for Georgina the other day.
I mean, genuinely impressed. I thought that card was amazing. And if, in fact,
somewhere potentially.
Georgina showed me a picture,
Yeah.
but I was genuinely impressed. I would never have thought that would be from someone that hadn't done a lot of card making.
Well, I sort of dabbled a bit, haven't I, with Daisy, and bear in mind it takes me a lot of time, and it takes me a lot of time to kind of like cut things and stick things. But I want to learn more. I want to start doing things like this, and also like creating different styles of cards, because I haven't got a lot of crafting stuff, but I've got like card blanks. I think it'd be quite nice sometime to eventually like create something different than just like a tentpole.
Yeah, and do you know what, Ben? We forget, I think, especially, I'm trying to be a lot more mindful that we have beginner crafters out there as well as advanced, and also we have newbies, people that have never crafted before and they want to see what we're all about. And we have to be mindful that we've been doing it a lot of years, and although I do think the crafting we do is quite easy, I also think there's that element that we have to remember that some people wouldn't find it so easy.
Yeah.
So I think being able to do projects like this from scratch and that craft along, so even though we're not doing it from complete scratch, hopefully you followed those instructions, and I will post them as well. But look how easy it was just to pop that together, and that creates our main section of our box. So if I bring in our actual bit here, you can see that's it. It's created it, which is amazing. Now we want to decorate it. So I am going to be bringing in, before we get to the folders, I'm going to be bringing in that ornate tiles.
Okay.
This is my favourite folder this year. I love it. Well, I go to it time and time again.
What, just because of the pattern?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just beautiful. Now I'm going to bring in my pigment ink pads for this, and I'm using 3 different colours, all sort of the baby colours. So we're doing the straw bale, the baby blue, and the pale fig. And what we're going to do with this one, we're going to put it straight onto our embossing folder, and I'm going to use my lightest colour first, and I'm putting that straight on.
So why are you going onto the embossing folder then?
So this is going to create a technique called letter pressing.
Gotcha.
So we're going to pop that on, and then let's bring in another one. I don't want to mix my colours, so I'm being really quite careful of not putting too much near, because I don't want to get too much yellow, although that will rub off when you next come to use it. But just put it wherever you want. You can then, and I will just grab it because I don't want to go in too much to contaminate any of my ink. So what I am going to do is just go in now and just fill that gap.
Lovely choice of colours there. So straw bale, baby blue, and pale pig.
Yes, pale pig. Right, so let's pop them on. You can use, I mean, I'm using pigment ink pads because I like the chalkiness of these, but you could use our water reactive ink pads. They would work just as well. So when we fold that over, would you like to do the honours and put this through the machine for me?
I don't know, would I?
Oh, I'll tell you what. Don't do that. Oh, yeah, you can. It's not there. It's gone.
Oh, we were selling it the other day.
Gemini's gone. Right, so can we have those two? That's it, and not that one. Not that one. That's it. And not that one.
You just said that one.
No, these two. You took 3.
Did I?
Yeah.
This is another thing I need to get into my head, is plate combinations, because
Plate
I use the MIDI. Do you know why?
Have you got our MIDI? It's disappeared.
No, Craig gave me a MIDI ages ago. But do you know why I use it?
No.
Because it's simplicity.
Without
Without
electricity.
Yay!
Oh, hello, here we go. Come on then, get in there.
Yeah, we've got a bit of warping going on with our pad. That's it. Put it through. There we go.
Cool.
There we go.
Action shot.
Oh, look at that.
Look at you go.
Look at you guys.
Your electric machine.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's
The
fun.
moment of truth.
Yeah, would you like to put them back? Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'm liking this, like my own little helper. So when we put, look at this. I mean,
That's such a cool effect.
is that not just amazing?
Yeah.
So pretty. And it's such a clever technique. So because we have raised embossed detail, the inks will just sit on the flat part, and the raised bits that are on this bit that push up into the card will just come through white. So that's a really good technique to do. And anybody honestly can do that. You can see I just literally put my inks directly onto
And
there.
then will you just wipe with the baby wipe or something? Or
Oh yeah, that'll
you
come
just-
off. Yeah, let's do it. No, everything's missing this weekend. I don't know who was last in,
Craig.
but yeah, loads of things are missing. So once you've done that, I've then got my little bits here. So let's bring these in.
Oh, okay.
And I've just chopped them up. So I've just cut them into sections here. So let me find my measurements and I'll give you them. Don't worry as well, because I will put them onto my Facebook page. So my mats and layers, the deep purple cardstock, I've done my mats and layers here. This is Sarah's Vintage Butterfly, absolutely beautiful. And it just tones in beautifully with all those colours, those lilacs and those pinks and those sort of greys, which is why I brought in the sort of blues here. You're going to cut this big mat, which you're going to have 2 of these. So 2 of the purple, that one there.
You said Big Mac, didn't you?
Big,
Not Big Mac.
That's
not
what
Big,
you
not
said.
Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Big Mac. Oh, Big
Someone's
Mac.
got McDonald's on the mind.
Other fast food outlets are
They do
available.
a double Big Mac now, don't they?
Do they?
Do they?
Double Big Mac.
Big Mac. Yeah, we went the other week and I was like, what's double Big Mac? I don't know, they do it. Right, so our purple, this is our deep purple Centura. We're going to cut these
Bam, 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 bam.
Yes, Johnny.
That was really good.
Sorry,
Guys,
can't help it.
Right, let's not say this again. I've cut this 5 3/4 inch square, okay? And then our next layer inside, we've done 5 and 5.5 for our matten layer inside, and then you need 2 of those. So these are going to go on your top and bottom. So on the top here, and you're on your bottom layer here. So that's our 2 pieces. Just going to stick those together.
Like in essence, really, as I say, because I'm following this quite nicely, it's a really gorgeous project, but actually
But
it's very achievable,
simple,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's very achievable.
Absolutely, yeah. I've tried to strip things back with craft alongs just lately to because we want them to be
incorporate
achievable.
everybody, all
absolutely.
sort of standards and
And
levels.
it looks very fancy. So once you've done it all and put it together, but actually the main detail is very easy. So our next mats and layers, which are for the inside of our box. So we want our mats and layers here on the side and on the inside. That one is, let me give you that one. That's 5. Let me get the right thing. 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then we've done our mats and layers at 5.5 by 2.5. Okay, so that's our layers there.
Just some appreciation for Nicola and Johnny on the cameras today. Fab camera work. Love the action shots. Yeah. Sarah Brown saying, beautiful, Debbie. Great close up, Nicola.
Oh,
She's obviously she's watching on Facebook. Johnny's also doing some great work over on YouTube. Mary Pat says, happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mums from sunny Montana.
Absolutely,
Mary Beth,
yeah. Happy Mother's Day.
And Mary says, to Crafters TV, thank you for making it all work in the face of gremlin adversity for all of us. We always try our best.
Absolutely.
Lillian Kwok on Facebook. Ben looks a bit like Tom Fletcher today.
Well, now that's
Agreed.
really funny you should say that, because I looked at you earlier and then that went out of my mind then, but I actually thought Tom Fletcher earlier.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
He's the guy from McFly, right?
Very
Yeah.
cool.
That was a McFly joke,
Yeah.
because they did a song called Obviously.
Yep.
Oh, we're talking about groups, not McFly. But
Did you just pan away from me in disgust then? That's outrageous! Sorry.
we went to see, so we're talking about another group but similar, and I think they did form a collaboration, McFly and Busted.
Oh,
Yeah.
Busted.
Busted, yes. So Matt Willis, we went to the theatre the other day to watch Waitress in Oxford, and he was the main star.
Oh.
He's so hot. It's very hot.
Did he?
Yeah,
Wow.
He was very nice.
Right. What's it? Get the fan on somebody.
I was quite speechless because I've never really took much notice of
What
Fly or
did he
Busted.
did he take his clothes off or something? Or?
No, I played a doctor.
Oh, right.
Oh.
No, he was fully clothed,
Right.
unfortunately.
Hey!
Come on,
You move!
Oh, but he was gorgeous. So now I sort of see what Emma Willis sees in him.
Oh.
Oh, of course, yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yes, he's doing it with Emma Willis, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
He played a bumbling doctor and he played the character very well. It was amazing. It was so good.
Was it Waitress?
Waitress. No,
Waitress.
just called Waitress. Yes, Waitress. That was very good. It's based on a film, which I hadn't realised, and nor had Joe actually. Joe had gone to see it and recommended it. But it's based on a film, Waitress, which was filmed in 2007.
What film? Was it called Waitress?
It was called Waitress.
She
Oh,
did
yes.
say that.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
Sorry, I was busy listening to producer Johnny in my ear.
Oh,
no.
no.
Did it mean?
That's funny.
The one I want to go and see in the West End is the Back to the Future musical.
Oh, well, yeah, I bet that's amazing.
I love that film. That's based on the film.
What's that film called?
What film's called? Yeah. You beat me to it, Nicola.
I'm having a good time winding
Oh,
Ben up to.
Yeah.
Marty McFly.
Marty! 1.21 gigawatts!
This your official audition for the musical?
Yeah.
You just fluff my hair up a bit
It's
there if I'm
hope.
going to be Doc, don't I?
Have you done any more jingles just lately, Ben?
Any more jingles?
Yeah, you do like write jingles and.
No, I haven't actually. I've been a bit quiet on that
Oh,
front.
do you know what? Bernie was in yesterday. She
Oh.
come to say goodbye to Georgina, and literally there was a card for everyone to sign, and George said, "Oh, write on my card, Bernie." Anyway, Bernie went away, and literally, I'm not even kidding you. 10 minutes later, she come back and she wrote on the reverse of the card, and she'd done
Limerick.
one of her limericks, and it was
Oh.
so good. I can't remember what it is, so apologies, but it was so good.
She's a queen of the limerick, she's
How
Bernie.
does she come out with something so amazing like that? So look at this. We've pretty much, I mean, I don't even know how long we've been on there, probably not long at all,
30
half an
minutes,
hour.
yeah.
And we've done our box and our bottom base, which is incredible, isn't it? So it doesn't take long to do it at all. So let's pop that to the side, and then let's start bringing in some of our flowers.
Good job, you weren't doing 2 hours on this because it wouldn't have lasted, would it?
It does show you how much time we take, though, to
Yeah.
go through that step by step and actually cutting it and doing each stage of it. So, but it's quite nice to be able to fit it all in and be able to show you, and for you to still be able to watch back. So let's take our flowers. We're going to take our orchid to start with. So I've been very good, look well prepped, put my little orchid
yeah,
outside, because each pack comes with its own pack. So Sharon's designed these really well, because these are the sort of colours that you would find orchids in.
Yeah.
And then you've got your dies. Now these dies are very clever, because they just make that whole flower for you, and you get all your leaves and everything that go in there. Now if you are clever, these are designed, so if you put this straight down the centre, you can see you get that ombre effect coming out. But if you want to be just a little bit different, you could turn it to the side like so, and then you'd be able to turn this one on the opposite side and cut 2 out at once. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much. I'm just going to put both of them onto one piece. Now, because we've got the power of the Gemini, I'm going to place that onto both pieces. Could I ask for your assistance in the Gemini plates again, Ben?
Yeah, I'm just watching.
He might be a bit upset from last time. Can you remember how to do it?
What we doing this time?
So we're doing the whole cutting plate this time. So base cutting plate.
Yeah.
And then we'll pop that one. We need to just cut that one down, because obviously we're putting it on Gemini plates, but we are going through the Junior. So let's trim that down. Are you watching us?
Well, I was just thinking,
online?
because a few people have said that they are really enjoying watching on one channel and watching on the other. I was thinking there must be a way for you to be able to like have a box. Because you can take some,
Minimise,
like YouTube, sometimes you can take out into a separate box, so you could probably watch 2 cameras at the same time.
You could clip them together, couldn't
Get
you?
the best of both worlds. Because I mean, Nicola's doing some amazing stuff on Facebook, but you should see what producer Johnny's doing over on YouTube. I mean, if you're on Facebook, you are missing out, because I mean it's award winning on
all right.
YouTube.
Oh yes, those ones.
It's in
I
focus,
don't need
isn't
the metal
Mine's
trim.
not letting me go.
Landscape.
Landscape.
Right, I'm following
I
you this
haven't-
time.
apologise.
So what have you got?
Right, so-
Base plate.
Yeah, then plastic
Plastic
shim,
shim,
then
metallic,
magnetic, and then top plates.
Okay.
And then I haven't.
Oh.
I haven't put any of them down with tape. In fact, shall I do
Yeah,
that?
let's do that.
Because
After
I'm
colour me
passing them
happy.
to Ben.
Do you know what, as well, it goes to show that, you know, if you're ever worried about your plates warping and stuff, they're still usable, aren't they? Even if they're in the shape of a letter S.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you can definitely use them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no problem in that. Yeah, pop them on top and pop that through for me, please.
This is good fun, this.
It's lovely. I feel like I've got my own little personal assistant.
I just remember, like, back in the day when I was at the other place and we used to stand together, I used to get involved doing, well, not stuff like this, but then, you know, the guys would say, oh, just place your finger there, and I'd hold stuff down, or just glue this here. This is great. I feel like I'm actually doing something today.
Right, let's get you doing a bit more. You can make a flower. Ooh.
Oh.
You what?
You what, mate? You what?
You what? You what? You what?
You what?
Become a football hooligan.
You like football, didn't you?
I do love football, yeah.
You're,
Ow. He went to watch football
who
yesterday.
do you support? Don't you support?
I've not really got a
Why have I got
support.
you're a Luton Town fan of mine?
Luton Town?
Leighton Orient.
No, you have that
Oh,
one.
Leighton
Yeah,
Orient.
you aren't.
Leighton Orient and Spurs.
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 Tottenham.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes.
They got a draw yesterday.
Yeah,
didn't
they did
Yeah,
get a draw
good
yesterday.
Stuck
Yeah,
at
I
Liverpool,
was
haven't they?
rather. Yes, they did. I was rather pleased. Right, so let's take those two apart. Right, You're gonna copy me, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to fold into the centre. So just bend into the centre there, and then pinch it together.
Okay.
That's it.
This is where I go quiet.
And then just put your nail or your thumb just across that centre so you get like that. Okay. Now I like to do mine the opposite way, so I'm going to put it this way because I'm going to curl from this side. So whatever way you curl from, would you curl from?
I've only curled.
right
I've only
to
curled
left?
once before. I've done this once before, and
Just
I couldn't
copy
tell you
me
which way I
then,
killed.
so
Killed.
Yeah.
Killed.
Now I've got you have some red liner tape,
Okay.
and I've got a little bit of red liner tape.
Just
And
going all the way
you're
down
gonna
the side of it.
Yeah, just going to go right down the side. So pop it on the end.
Yeah.
And then a little
Oh,
bit
hello.
each way.
A bit wonky there. Oh,
What are you doing?
just trying to stick it on here.
Do it.
There you go. Take it all the way down here. How about your scissors? There you go. Sorry, I've gone quiet now because I'm.
Oh yeah, okay. I should talk while you're doing that, shouldn't I then, Ben?
Yeah.
Okay, so
What did
and
you do
then
then? You did a bit of that, didn't you?
yeah, just to make sure. If you burnish your red liner tape on better,
Yeah.
it will stick and the carrier sheet comes off much easier.
Yeah, because this is where I get in trouble with red line tape because I can never get it off.
And normally it's because it's not burnished enough. Now you can use your ball tool to sort of manipulate these, but I actually just like to curl them around with my finger. So just finger and thumb just to curl them, or sort of almost bending them. What this is going to do, it's going to help when you're curling them round, just to get a better sort of curl on them.
We've got a deal on the ball tools on the website. Actually, you get the free finger toboggan.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is
That-
very good.
that is on the website right now. If you want to grab it.
And a little trick with your pokey tool,
Yeah.
you can just take the end and then take your red liner tape
Oh,
off.
you might have to do mine because
You made
Yeah.
that look very easy, Debbie.
I'm normally like stuck here forever.
And actually, Nicola, it's one of those things where I said, there you go, see, because you burnished it well.
Hey! Cool one! There we go, look at that!
Right, we're going to do two different, I'm going to let you use the tweezers.
Okay.
So all you're going to do, I'll start you off, Ben. All you're going to do is put your tweezers onto this bit here.
Got a bit of overhang there.
That doesn't matter. And then you're going to turn it round,
Right.
just like so.
Okay.
All right,
Yep.
just keep going like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Tweezers are shut. And I'm going to use my pokey tool just to show anyone that if you haven't got tweezers or you haven't got, what's the other thing, a quilling tool,
Yeah.
you can actually just use your pokey tool. You can even just use your fingers if you want to. And all we're going to do is follow the bottom
yellow
line
brick
round.
road. Follow the yellow
And I'm
brick
taking
road.
mine out now because I've
Yeah.
got loads, only because there's loads of glue on the pokey tool.
Yeah.
So, and I think the harder it's going to stick to it if I don't take it now. And then we're just going to continue. How are you doing? Oh,
Dunno.
doing good.
Am I? Just trying to keep it all in line, isn't it? That's the thing.
Doing very good.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
And I just peel it off now,
And
or?
yeah, so yeah, you can take that off.
That's
That's
good.
it. And then what
Really
you'll
good.
find is you'll have 3 leaves at the bottom and 3 at the top. Now, if they're slightly out, you just move them around. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Wow.
That.
I don't know why I'm not
Hey.
turning into a football fan today. That's awesome.
But look at that. Perfect flowers. You've made an orchid.
Yeah, 8 seconds.
Amazing.
Hey, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, really nice. We'll do it with all of them.
I was going to say, now do 20 more.
Yeah, we've got a few to do. We probably won't get a chance to decorate it all, but it's good to show how these flowers are put together.
Ben, you were very helpful today, says Nee Connie, always.
It's always helpful.
Denise says, I love the laughter, it makes me smile. And Elizabeth Cram says, thank you, Ben. I'm now watching both cameras. Welcome. Always.
Oh,
always
How
Yeah,
did
you can do it.
that
I
then?
think it's on YouTube. You can, if you're watching a video, you can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't for me. But you can switch away to something else, and it puts it in a little box, doesn't it, in the corner?
Yeah, little box.
You're right if you're on a computer. Yes, you're right. You can minimise your screen. If you go to the side of your screen arrows, you can push them in
Have two
and
together.
minimise them to one, and then you can put the other. You're right. Yes, that's very clever. Not like that, was that? Well done, Ben. Woohoo, Ben. Lord Ben, awesomeness. Oh, dearie me. It's going to get a massive head now.
You're bigger than it is already. Thank you.
I
everybody.
agree though, Ben. I think you did a brilliant job there.
Oh, it's good fun. It's good fun.
I love that you're getting really crafty.
Well, do you know what? I love to have a go, and I honestly mean this, because I've only really started doing a bit maybe in the last couple of years, a lot of it with Daisy, but there's no way before I came here that I would ever do anything crafty on a live show for fear of like mucking it up.
Yep.
But here I don't have that fear anymore, because I know that if I do muck it up, well, you guys will just take the mickey out of me, which I don't mind. But do you know what I mean? It's all done in a nice sort of way, and everyone's very supportive.
I think there's always that fear that if somebody does something wrong, someone's not going to buy it. And actually, it's not about that, because we all make mistakes. I mean, come on, I'm a queen of making mistakes.
Yeah, did you see the show earlier on? I just throw this water here. Oh!
No, such a rookie.
That's not the waterproofing
And it just all
pad.
bled, and it took me a few seconds to realise why. It's because I used the wrong ink. But yeah, that's what I mean, and I think people love it because it makes us human. Everybody makes mistakes, and it's not the products. It's just about learning. It's the education. It's about getting used to what you do, and everybody does things differently, don't
We do, and that is honestly one of the best things about this place is that it's warts and all, isn't it? You see everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
You see when it goes well, and we show you when it doesn't go.
I don't know whether that's a good thing about us.
I seriously think it is, because I've worked at places where something will go wrong.
I
And it's
couldn't find my tape.
Oh my god.
There we go.
you see,
On cue.
warts and all.
Right on cue, Johnny.
Oh dear.
Right, do you want
yes.
to make a lily?
I don't know, do I?
Yeah. They're easy enough to follow. These are beautiful. Look at those, cut them out. Look at them. Which one would you like?
I'll go for that one.
There you
Oh,
go.
so you've got like your little stamens in that one.
Yes, so I'm going to bring in, I've got my burnt orange in my tri marker here. So don't be afraid to go in and use these to add more highlight. So if I just go over these parts here, in fact, I can give you one of these, Ben. Oh, I'm using the same one. You use that one. That one, the dark one. You want the darker one.
Oh, hello.
No, you want
What's and all?
What's going on here?
that one.
Which
you
one?
want a darker one
That
because
one?
you want to make yours darker.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
What am I doing? Just decorating the end of them?
Yeah, look, so you just colour those ends in.
Okay.
And they really do look like proper little pollen pieces.
Little pollen pieces.
Pollen pieces.
Yeah.
And do both sides.
Oh, yeah, good point.
I mean, if you put enough on one side, it would sort of soak through to the other side, but it will just add those. And this makes such a difference to that middle section. I mean, you can see straight away. I mean, they really do look like proper pollen, don't they?
They do. There you go.
There you go.
That one on there.
And then again, bend in half. So always, what you're going to see, your main front is always on the inside.
You what? So that bit.
So the front of it always folds into the centre.
Okay.
Yes.
You what? You what? Right.
Now, there's different things you can do with these, but we won't do too much. But you can curl your leaves on here. But we're just going to actually put our red liner tape on again.
Oh, there we go.
So more red liner.
The sound is perfect, says Eileen Hernandez.
Oh, well, that's good.
That's good.
Lovely flowers. If you put them side by side, you wouldn't know the difference, says Nikon. Equally beautiful
That's
flowers.
very true. They are. Look, put both of them there.
We need a Get Crafty with Ben show, says. I don't know if we do, Gilmore, do we?
Look at that.
Yeah, of course we do.
Two perfect flowers, which are amazing.
Yeah. Find this red liner tape. I've got such fat fingers, I have.
Fat fingers.
I have. I've got really
I
like.
don't think you've got fat fingers.
Well, I think I'm very sort of clunky with my fingers. A bit sausagey.
You've got really. No, see, I think you've got skinny fingers.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just a bit sausage fingery clunky. Snip that off there. Look. Okay. And just do a little.
Do a little rub down. I've done that.
A little rub down.
Rub down.
Rub down, yeah.
Yeah.
But it really does work. Sharon tried it live on air. She was with us once before, and she didn't know how I got it off so quickly.
Oh my god.
What? What?
And it is because I burnished it down.
What are you talking about? What's so funny? Why is Nicola falling over? Why is Donnie laughing? I don't know. Oh, I thought you'd fallen over. You're actually tying your lace?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I haven't burnished that down enough. I don't know what's so funny. What's everyone laughing at? What's going
I'm
on?
not going to repeat again. I'll tell you after.
I took it down. I'll just carry on doing this whilst you guys. I knew this was going to happen.
Would you like me to help you, Ben?
Have I done it?
Yes,
done
there
it.
you go.
Hooray!
Yay.
I totally missed that, and I really wish I'd known what you were laughing at now. Can someone tell me? Laurie says I love what they're laughing at. It makes me feel better. Lol. I wish I knew what everyone was laughing at though.
Right, so
Oh,
I'm
hello.
not going to start you off this time. I'm going to let you do it.
Oh! I dropped on the floor. Sorry.
You met me jump.
What are we doing?
Oh, Tippy's gone.
As soon as I said it, I was like, oh no.
Oh,
what was
no.
that?
What did you say? No, Johnny's shaking his head, so it's obviously something.
I'll tell you in your ear.
You tell me
Oh, dearie me.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, no, you're not. No.
I'm not, am I?
Do you know what you're doing wrong?
What am I doing wrong?
Where's your stamens?
Oh, yeah. So I need to go the other way?
Yeah, so you was doing it right, but
the
on
wrong
the
way
wrong
round.
side.
Well, so I'm going that way?
Yep. So you're going the opposite way to what you were doing before.
Oh, that same looks like it's falling off. So I'm going
That's fine. This way.
that way?
Yep. No.
No, that way, that's what I
Go
said.
towards Johnny.
Yeah. Huh? I go like
Going
that?
towards Johnny.
No.
That's it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's not towards
You've
Johnny.
never seen anyone put the die, twiddle the die round. That's very funny.
Well, what do you do? Twiddle the tweezers around?
Yeah. So
Oh, I
it
just find it
curls
easier
it,
to
yeah.
line
There you
it
know,
up like
you do
that.
whatever's right for you, Ben. I think
you're
you
in
do a
shop.
brilliant job.
Okay, have you done yours?
Yep.
All right, okay. You show yours and I'll just
That's
do
all right. We like watching you, Ben.
do you?
Yep. So all I'm going to do with these, I'll put my needles and everyone can see both of them. So we've got 3 petals on the top, 3 on the bottom. But look at that for a die cut. It's so gorgeous. And then you've got all those stamens that look so real on the inside. It's a really pretty design.
Get off there. Get off. Get off. There we go. Sorry. Get off. Hey!
There you go.
Hey! Look at that. Yeah, just move that one round
Yeah,
there.
and you can move, and don't be afraid just to move them a little bit because they will sort of be manipulated a bit, and then just fluff out your stamens.
I've never been told to do that before. Ben, can you just fluff out your stamens for us, will you? Yeah, no worries. Go on, fluff them out. There you go. Oh, look at me fluffy stamens. Look at those.
See?
Oh, yes, Debbie.
Oh,
team
dear.
flowers we are, aren't we? Hey.
We are definitely team flowers,
Oh,
yes.
dear.
Ooh, Shadia's giving you 2 stars.
Flowers for
2
Mother's
stars?
Day.
2 stars.
What, as in two out of 5 stars?
No, I think you get 2 stars because you've done 2 flowers.
Oh, so not as in like I'm
star
giving you 2
free.
stars out of 5 stars.
She
2
said, well
stars.
done,
Thank
Lord
you.
Ben, 2 stars.
Thank you. Pammy says, I've used the lily several times. Sharon made it look so easy. Michelle McCarthy.
Oh, Michelle.
Ben, that was a fabulous flower. You will be the new craft expert in no time.
Oh.
I think you could be. I think you could wing a show.
I reckon I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Absolutely.
Sharon's size are so clever, says Alison. She's made
They
it so
are,
easy for us
yeah.
all to produce beautiful flowers.
Yeah.
Eileen says, they make a good team. I think that's you and me.
Oh, that's nice.
By the way, if you have just joined us, we are on the phones today because we've got technical gremlins, but we're doing sort of mini shows, as it were. But double points for Mother's Day on the website, so get shopping if you've got any money for Mother's Day. Have a little look-see. And we're also doing on selected items, buy one item, get a second item for 1p.
1p. I nearly said the wrong thing there.
Loads
Yeah.
of craft kits.
1p. Oh, loads of craft kits as well.
Wow.
Just Johnny's just said in my ear.
Loads.
Lords.
Loads.
Lords.
Have we got a good offer?
What was that?
Where was
I
that?
tried to say Geordie then, it didn't sound like Geordie at all. We got a good offer.
No, man. We got a good offer, like.
You've got to go up at the end.
What?
You've got to go up at the end.
Go up at the end, like. That's
Like
what
you're
you
asking a
gotta do.
question, but you're not asking it.
Well, yeah, like you're asking a question, like. You can see how I'm fitting in very well with the people up
You're
here.
very good at impersonations.
Well,
aren't
yeah,
you?
like.
Right, let's pop those two together.
I don't know what you're doing, like, man. That means I don't know what you're doing, my friend.
What's your favourite one? What do you do at the end of the day?
Oh, I'm going, yep, like.
Yeah.
That means I'm going home.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm going home.
yeah. I'm going out of the Toon Lake.
Who did you sound like then? I don't know who you sound like. You sound like
It's
somebody.
a great accent. I do love it.
Sarah's accent isn't very strong, is it?
Well, see, I got confused when I got it
originally.
because I thought everybody who has that accent is a Geordie, but they're not.
Sarah's from Durham.
Sarah's from Durham, so I don't know what that makes her. Just
A
a.
Durhamite.
Durhamite, isn't it?
Is it a thing? Is it a Durhamite?
Yeah.
Durhamite.
Durhamite. You've got the Geordies, haven't you? And you've got your Sunderland folk who are
Mackhams.
the Mackhams.
The macaroons.
And the not macaroons.
The macaroons.
That's what they call French people who also live in Sunderland.
Could you please insert?
What do they call them?
Macaroons?
Macarons.
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 Yeah, there are two such things.
Oh yeah, and I never remember what the difference is between the two.
I know what the difference is, I'm just not sure which one is which. So one is made with ice and sugar, one is made with coconut, I believe.
Oh.
A macaroon and a macaron. I think a macaroon, someone will let us know, is macaroon, might be coconut.
I think macaroon is coconut, isn't it? Question from Gillian Grady. Hey Gillian.
Hey, Gillian.
Will the Sharon Callis lily and orchid dyes work with flower forming foam?
Yes, they will. The dyes will definitely cut out, and you can quill them. What I don't know that they would do is keep their shape when you're heating them.
Right.
But you could still, if you warmed up flower forming foam, you could still manipulate it because it's all about the heat. So you could probably stretch your petals, and they'd probably look quite lovely.
Good question. Ask any more if you want, and we'll get those questions answered.
Why is that not coming off?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's got a bit. I thought you'd been helpful
Oh
today.
no, sorry. Rune is coconut, says Connie.
What's that? Rune.
Rune. Macaroon is
yes, I thought
coconut.
it was coconut.
So, and the macaron is what?
Ice and sugar.
Ice and sugar. Macaroon, macaron.
So yeah, I did know that there was a difference, but I wasn't sure which one was which.
Ben, says Elizabeth Cram. Oh, don't Elizabeth, you set me off. I'm so glad you joined Crafters TV. You made the family complete.
That's such a nice thing to say.
Thank you.
Yeah, really lovely thing to say.
And in block capitals as well.
That's because she's shouting at you.
Yeah.
Right, we've got Lee's.
Am I doing another one?
Do you want to? Well, you're doing so
I
well.
just want to quick last in my head. Something's going to go wrong in a minute.
Well, it won't go wrong, won't
Okay.
go wrong. Well, you're helping me out because it's making more flowers so we can get more done to decorate, so. What's he doing?
Do a bit like that.
Right, again, what do we do first? Do you want to tell me how to do it, Ben?
Yeah, so
Oh.
if you want to like curl your petals a bit, you can do.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that or not really?
No,
Then,
no.
okay, then we're going to fold it. So you're going to fold it down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you got your little line there. Right, so you're just going to simply just fold it.
Suddenly,
Yeah,
that's
they swooped in.
Oh,
Like
close and
vultures.
personal are back.
It's clever, isn't it?
I've seen a line before.
So quite a few years ago,
Yeah.
Crafters Companion did quilling dyes, and their quilling dye was just half of this dye.
Yes.
And then you'd have to make 2 of these strips, die cut 2 of them,
what a faff.
and then, exactly, and then lay them inside each other, so you
Yeah.
filled the gaps, if you like. So Sharon's come up with this idea of being able to fill the gaps by just making a double dye.
Now, once you've folded down the line, make sure you give it a nice burnish to make sure the fold is there. All right, because I'll just use. I mean, you can use whatever you like. I like to use the back of the scissors. Make sure
Why?
it's nicely. Huh?
Why'd you like to use the back of the
Yoink.
scissors?
I don't know. It's just a hand, isn't it? They're just there. So that's there. So the next thing you do. I mean, it's your choice. We've got red liner tape here, so we're going to apply red liner tape to the.
You would be a
side.
brilliant demonstrator, Ben.
That's praise indeed coming from you.
No,
I think I could do it, but I just
Yeah,
need to
you
get better
could.
at crafting. There's a slight downfall in this thing, because I can present.
You would be slower,
Yeah.
but you would, because you are a perfectionist, but you would absolutely be able to do it.
Well, maybe one day we'll speak to Sarah, or maybe there's a day where I don't know, someone's off ill or something, and I'll have a go. Can you imagine? Okay. Oh dear, that's gone a bit wonky.
You've got to
isn't it?
carry on talking though, that's the thing.
Oh, sorry. Oh, hello. And don't drop your scissors. Okay, so
Quite a skill to talk and craft at the same time.
yeah. So pop a red liner tape on. So have you burnished yours down? You want to make sure that
Oh
it's
yeah,
sort of-
I've done mine. I will do it again.
Mine's gone a bit wonky there.
Doesn't matter, as long as you've got a bit of tape
A
on the
bit of
bottom.
tape on there.
Oh, sorry, that you should be.
Yeah, make sure you got a bit of tape on there. And then you use your poker tool to take the back off. Don't watch me. Let's see Debbie do it because it takes me. Are you doing it with your fingers?
Yeah.
That's a right
That's
show off
good.
way you're doing it, isn't it?
Whoa, see that?
It honestly, it's not a skill. It's about burnishing properly down. If you burnish it, your backing tape will come off really well.
I see. I feel like I did. Oh, there we go.
Yay.
I've done it. Oh, and I've hooked it. Look at that. Way! Whoa, hello. Hey, and now you're going to roll it up, aren't you?
Yes, you are.
So you can use your quilling tool. You can use your tweezers. What did you use?
Poker tool.
Poker tool. So you go smallest to biggest then, don't you?
Yes, the smallest is always on the inside, or your stamens are always on the inside.
Okay, and I'm just using my tweezers here. And so what do you? So you roll the tweezers then? I don't know if I find that easier. So I could roll that around like that, right?
Yeah.
So
Roll
I
the
find
tweezers.
it easier to roll the actual die cut for some reason. And you think that's a bit cack-handed, don't you?
But only for me. I think you do what works best for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a bit cack-handed actually.
But if you don't have it, so once you've got it quilled in, I'm just now going to use my fingers. Just to roll that up.
Well, why don't I do that? So just
can
take
do
it off
that,
there.
yeah.
Just roll it.
Just roll it.
I suppose it helps having it on the tweezers for the fact. You see, mine's coming a bit unwound now. Yeah, I should have kept it on the tweezers. And I think my. Oh no! I told you I should have quitted while I was ahead. Yeah, mine. I wish I kept it on the tweezers now.
Well, it'll still work.
Yeah, I
because as
know.
long as you are going in, just keep squeezing it together so your tape sticks.
Yeah. Just keep talking, yeah. Keep talking.
Do you know what? It's because your middle bit seems to be getting
Yeah, it's
higher.
going higher and higher. Right, so tip from the top. This is rubbish. Tip from the top. Don't take it off your tweezers or your poker tool if you're new to it, because. Oh, I haven't said that. It's not.
It'll be fine.
It's not the,
No, it
it's
will
not.
be. I think that's going to look nice. It looks more like a pine cone.
It does. What was it supposed to be?
A row.
I don't actually know what that is.
How's it done that?
It's because. So.
I mean, you could do that again.
So
I think that's
it's
good.
because I took it off the tweezers and then the middle bit I've sort of twirled the middle bit and then twirled the bottom bit,
Just
so it's
wasn't
of two
very,
layers.
I think you're a bit heavy-handed, that's all.
I should have kept it on the tweezers. I shouldn't have copied what Debbie did. I should have stuck to my processes that I knew and loved and should have done it the way that I knew. But actually, having said
There you
that,
go.
I think
there you
that's
go.
still
It's not the worst thing in the
It's
world.
not the worst thing in the world at
No.
all. No, I think you've done a good job. And with this one, I love the little champagne rain. You get these little bottoms.
that's a calyx.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Oh.
Quite the answer.
It's a Sharon Callis calyx.
I think they're very cute.
They are cute.
And they just go on the bottom, which then create that little leaf bit.
Do you know what it also
They're cute,
reminds me
aren't
of as
they?
well? If you fold it the other way, and if anyone else thinks this, and I always do when I see it, it's like Kermit the Frog always has a little frill around his neck.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
fold
I
it
know
that
what you
way,
mean.
it looks like Kermit the Frog's frill.
It does look like
Or is that just
frog.
me?
Just need a frog on the head. I wouldn't have thought of it until you said, but I get it. Yeah, because look, if you look like that.
Yeah. Comedy frog. Yeah.
There you go. Right, so we've actually made 6 flowers. How are we doing for time?
5 flowers and a weird fine coding thing. What are we doing?
Shall we stick these together?
Yeah, come
Let's
on.
do that. And then we're just bringing our finished one. So let's pop that in. And we're just going to stick these down. So the first thing I want to do is stick my bottom base in. So let's bring in, let's just tape it for now.
Elizabeth says, I'm not shouting, it's easier for me to see. Oh, I get that, Elizabeth, I get that.
Oh, we were laughing
Yeah.
because we didn't think you were shouting.
No. Tina One Kenobi
Hey,
on YouTube says, hello everyone. Please tell me that's your real name.
great now.
And Sarah says, now that is a show I'm ready to watch. Ben doing a craft demonstration. Yes, please. And can I come and play? It's not an actual thing that's happening, by the way. So don't get too excited.
Oh, I had a die cut. I haven't got the die here, but not to worry. I'm going to bring it in. We'll stick some of these onto our
what, of the
box.
frame?
Yeah, the actual frame.
Oh no, there's a
Yeah, I
congratulations.
don't know. I thought I had it already pre-cut out, but I haven't. Yeah, I've got a congratulations. So we can pop that on.
Should we cut one out?
We can do. I just don't know where I put the die.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, there it is. Oh, well done, Ben. That's it. So the actual die itself is from the frame. So we're going to use that. I'm going to do it the right way, which yes, down there. I've cut the frame apart. So when you put the frame together, let's just stick the dotted glue, and let's just use a bit of this one. So we can put our dotty tape pen over the top. And then we will just place that. The only reason, I mean, you could cut the whole thing out, but it's going to be too long. But also, it's just nice to have that to show, and then you can decorate your flowers around. So pop that on there. I've cut out a congratulations just from a die I've got in my stash. Sure you'll have plenty of different sentiments. And I'm just going to pop that across here. Just like so.
You're going to pop in the box.
Oh, what can we put in the box?
We could have put some Haribo in there.
Oh, I think they've all gone.
I think they have all gone.
Yeah, I ate the last of them. So.
Oh, we scoffed those down, didn't we, team?
Well, at least the machine works now. We can get chocolate now.
Yeah, we can't. The machine wasn't working, and obviously our systems aren't working here. We managed to get the vending machine working, but unfortunately we can't get the system working to get us back on air properly. But you know what? Priorities. Yep.
We've got snacks.
We got snacks to keep going. Keep us going.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I've got glue everywhere.
Oh, hello. Oh, chunky glue all over the
Chocolate
place.
glue.
Well, that's
So-
a beat, that one, isn't it? Put the wonky one on. Oh no.
Yeah, let's put
Yeah,
your one
put the
on.
wonky one on. Hey, nothing's perfect in nature, as they always say.
Pop that in
Well,
there.
yeah, hide that in the back. That's it.
No, in the front. That's in the front. Let's put that right in the front.
Front centre.
Yeah, it looks
beautiful.
good. It does look nice.
I think you've done a brilliant
We've done a
job.
good job here. I feel. But you know what? No word of a lie. I think if we had the full 2 hours and we'd done it properly, I reckon I'd have done this one with you. I reckon I'd have crafted along.
Yes, you could have done it easily, couldn't you?
At the pace that you go, because you're doing nice and slowly, I reckon I'd have done this. I love the letterpressing that you did with that embossing folder.
It
at the
just
start.
works,
Oh,
doesn't it? And
yeah.
looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, I've got all glue on me now.
Oh,
Look. It's these sleeves. I've got big baggy sleeves on. Right, let's bring in our finished box. So we've done all that. All you need to do is tie your ribbon onto there, and then it creates your beautiful box. It's just about building up all your flowers, adding your leaves in the side. Use your chunky glue because it means that you can really get some depth and dimension to all those leaves. And then just put some little finishing touches around the side, and we've got some around the bottom here. And then with that ribbon, you've just got your beautiful box then that you can put something lovely in. And there we go. So sorry it was a really quick one today, but we will take a picture of those measurements, get them put online so you've got them, and you can watch this one back as well, can't you? That's on video. So yeah, there you go then.
thank you. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys did too. So as Debbie said, everything there for you will be on the socials. That made no sense. Everything there for you will be. Everything will be there for you. And yeah, we'll be back a little bit later on. Obviously, loads of stuff on the web still. Check the double points for Mother's Day. Check the deals that we've got for you as well, where you buy an item and get a second for a penny. And yeah, lots of other deals. Great deals on craft kits as well. Producer Johnny is just telling me in my ear. But yeah, we're going to wrap for now, and we'll be back later on. It will be a shortened version of your Second Chance Sunday once again, because we're doing it on the phones. But
Lots of good stuff.
oh yeah,
Lots of stuff,
and
yeah.
lots of new stuff as well. Well, new to me, as I say, because I'm not.
Me
gonna-
too.
Yeah, so all that's coming up 6 o'clock UK time, 1 o'clock Eastern. So until then, thanks everybody. Thanks to the guys. Thank you to you. And we'll see you in a bit. Bye for
Happy
now.
Mother's Day.
Oh, happy Mother's Day.